your relationship therapist and dating analyst. And if you don't know me, what I do is I reconnect you to your confidence to repair where you hurt and restore your faith in relationships and the dating process so you can begin to attract the real love and intimacy that you want in your life. Now, I said all that to say this. I meet you where you are to help you get past the problems that you're having in your relationship while helping you to stop self-sabotaging your relationships. So tonight, um, I am using the HAPS app, and it's a good super platform that's helping me broadcast to a lot of places at one time. And speaking of which, you can find me at Dr. Troy Dating 101 on all social media platforms. And so if you enjoy my broadcast, please, I encourage you, just go ahead and download the app so you can catch me live whenever I go live, and definitely follow me. Subscribe to this page, okay? Because you don't want to miss the relationship and dating information. Now, share this out with your friends. Share this out with your mom and them, your cousins, Ricky, Ray Ray, and Pookie. Okay, and because this is something that we really need to talk about. Now, secondly, I want to apologize because I was supposed to come on at 8, but they had some things to do. And if anybody knows how a 5-month-old baby is, they run the house. That's the queen or the king, depending on if it's a girl or a boy. And you better do what they want to do. Or, yeah. So that's my grandbaby. So that's just the way it is. Okay. So, but like I said, also, if you want to uh, connect with me, I'm at www.realloveandhappiness.com. Now, let's get into this topic of men need to stop playing. All right. If you see me look to the side, it's because I have some notes, right? So it's funny that I was just watching a Facebook with the not divorce court, with the paternity test court with the lady judge, and the woman called the man's wife to let the wife know that she had a baby with her husband and that she was screwing the man every night. Okay, that's the short of the whole situation. But here's the thing. Let me put this out here right quick, all right, before I just say men need to stop playing, because they do. But ladies, if he's married, living with somebody, or seriously dating, he is not available. He is not available emotionally for you, physically for you, mentally for you, or spiritually for you. Okay, turn around and run. Say, I appreciate your compliments, but this is not for me. Right. Hey, I need deliverance. Do you mean to tell me we have, uh, I hope that's not a troll. There shouldn't be trolls on here, huh? But anyway, so if everyone that's listening and watching right now, please just put a comment in so I know where you're listening from, and I know where you're watching from, and I know that you can hear me. Because last night I did a whole broadcast not realizing that no one could hear me. So that's why I'm back on again. And you can go back and try to find it, but I deleted it all over the place because you really could not hear a doggone thing. Okay. And I was like, this is ridiculous, right? So anyway, and I know, look, I watched the videos on YouTube and everything to try to maneuver this platform, but sometimes you just have to dive in there because that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so listen, for the past few months since before the new year came in, all right, I've been saying if everybody is teaching the women how to date and have good, successful relationships, who's teaching the men? We have men out here who don't know how to use their words. They want to lay hands on the women. And I'm not talking about to deliver them from demons. They want to hit, punch, slap, kick, push heads into walls, push them downstairs. I mean, this stuff has got to stop. And the thing about it is the men, and this isn't for any certain nationality, ethnic group, socioeconomic group. This is men. It's time out for that. Men need to stop playing, because I am convinced that a lot of men go missing not because they was in some bad drug deal that went wrong. Some woman killed them, went got Uncle Ray Ray and Uncle Bumpy, and got chopped up, never to be seen again. So I mean, who's teaching the men? So if the women teaching the women, the men teaching the women, who's teaching the men how to be? Who's teaching the men how to be good men? Who's teaching the men how to be good boyfriends? Who's teaching the men how to be good husbands? Because if everybody's teaching the women and the women are preparing themselves, when are the men going to get prepared? Who's preparing them for us? Because if we're preparing as women, then we expect the man to be just as prepared as we are. So who's preparing them? Now, listen, I'm not trying to knock anybody's hustle, but for you men who are teaching relationships and dating, I understand you want the money. And yes, it's been scientifically proven and economically proven and socially proven that women are emotional spenders. Okay, so men are going to target the women, but some of you men have to. Okay, it's a must. It's necessary. It's I can't put enough emphasis behind it. Teach the men, because no one's doing it. So there's got to be money there somewhere. Okay, now let me ask this question. Why should women have to bear the burden of having the highest amount of integrity? So let me tell you why I'm asking this question. Because on the video, the wife said to the judge, if the young lady knew that my husband had a wife and children at home, why would she sleep with him? Now you see, that right there kind of ticked me off, because I'm like, okay, so men are being held hostage by their penises, and their penises are falling into the women. I don't understand. So wait, are you saying men can't be held accountable for their actions? It's all on the woman? Hmm. You know, I had a conversation with a gentleman the other day, which was why I came on yesterday and broadcasted, right? Please put up a comment, let me know you can hear me. So I broadcasted. So this is how the conversation went. I said, are you married? And he said, no. Okay. He just said no. So then, see, this is me. I'm Dr. Troy. I'm going to ask questions. I said, okay. Are you living with somebody? And he said, well, yeah, I am living with somebody, but I'm not married. I said, okay, okay. So now at that point, he's off limits to me. So then, see, when I meet guys, I take the opportunity to pick their brain. So I said, let me ask you something. It might be a little personal, but then again, it might not. I want to ask you something about relationships and dating. And he said, stop right there. He said, let me tell you something. The first thing a man wants and he's thinking about when he meets a woman is getting in her pants. That's it. That's all they think about. That's all we thinking about. I said, okay, well, now it sounds like you may have done this before. And we both chuckled. He didn't say yes or no, right? He didn't want to incriminate himself. So, okay, thank you. And so he said, I said, so let me tell you something. So let's say you meet this woman. What do you say to her? And he said, I say, hey, how you doing? I think you're beautiful. I like what I see. Um, can I have your number? But look, I do have a woman at home. I said, oh, so you actually tell him the truth. He said, yeah, I'm gonna be upfront. I'm gonna be upfront and honest. He said, let me tell you something. He said, if I don't get to her, there's gonna be a man that's gonna come along. He could be married. He could be dating a lot of women. He could be living with a woman. He's gonna say something to that woman that's going to get her. And she's gonna want to be with him. And I was like, wow. I said, so okay, now you told me the main objective is to get in the panties. All right. I know that. We all taught that. Women are taught that around the world. I said, but tell me this. How long from the time you meet them, from the time you meet this woman, how long is it before you actually get in the panties? He said, that depends on how bad the man wants that woman. And depending on how bad he wants her, he will wait. He's going to wine, dine her, give her money, buy her things. He's going to wait if he wants her. Now, if it's too much of a challenge for him, he's going to fall by the wayside real quick. It's not going to be an issue. Now, I already knew that because I raised my daughter and my nieces. As long as you don't sleep with them, you can get anything you want. That does not seem to have changed as men get older. Okay. But now here's the thing. I said, okay, now you have a woman at home, but now you sleeping with this other woman. Are we talking in hypotheticals? Okay. And I said, what happens if it's good to you? And then he goes, okay, first of all, she's got to know if I'm waiting around, at some point I'm going to come to her and say, okay, look, I've done all of this. When can we go get a room and spend some alone time? And I'm like, wow, just like that. He said, well, yeah, because a man is not in it just to buy you things. He wants to get in your panties. And depending on how bad, he will wait around and do whatever he needs to do to get there. I said, okay. I said, so now you in the panties. What if it's good to you? He said, okay, now if it's good to me, I'm going to want it all the time. I said, okay, now let's think about this. I said, and I told him, I asked him, okay, so now you want it all the time. You caught up because you didn't think it was going to be that good. You didn't think you was going to like her that much, but you got a woman at home. I said, now what? He said, well, now I'm caught up. I like it. I want it all the time. So now I got to go home and figure out, am I going to stay with this one? Or am I going to keep going forward with her? Or am I going to keep juggling them? Now, if you've been with Dr. Troy any length of time, I said, and I always said, if you just meet a man and you exchange phone numbers, just because he's calling you doesn't mean you're the only one he's talking to. And you may have been put into a rotation of anywhere from 4 or more women. So even if he's spending a lot of phone time with you, in-person quality time with you, there's another woman that's lacking because his time is going into see how far he can get with you. So he's rotating women. So now you're in a rotation. So now this gentleman has put this woman into a rotation of her, maybe another woman, and the woman at his house. But now he's caught up with this one. So now he has to go home. This came out of his mouth. He's got to go home and probably tell the woman that's been living with him, baby, you know what? I don't think this is going to work. This is what he said. I don't think this is going to work. I think we need some time apart. You need to move out. I said, wow, unreal. Okay. And that's why I wanted to talk about men need to stop playing, because there are real women out here who want good relationships, who want to have someone in their lives, who's getting their lives together to have a mate in their life. But you have the married men not wearing their rings. You have the men who are shacking, because that's what it is, not telling the other women that they're shacking. You have men with serious girlfriends they're supposed to be monogamous with, and they're not. It's time out for that. You know, uh, I mean, are we just reduced to saying that men just can't be held accountable and that is the woman's fault? No, it is not the woman's fault. And ladies, for those hearing this on the replay, if your man is involved with another woman, believe you me, he's lied to her. He has lied to her. And you know what? What's the common lie? She's not a good woman. She's not a good wife, right? She don't clean the house. She don't cook. Y'all, you know what? These glasses, I'm looking at them. They are so crooked on my face. This is ridiculous. It's bad. Look, I don't need to be looking like Mr. Magoo on here. This don't make no sense, right? All right. So anyway, so like I said, penis is just not taking over the man's body. This not invasion of the body snatchers or invasion of the penis, right? It's getting ridiculous with what the men are doing. All right. But I teach women to govern themselves accordingly, because when you meet a man, you don't know him. You don't know him at all. So to even want to say that you want to sleep with him the first month or even the second month is ludicrous. And I ain't talking about the fine brother, okay? It's just crazy. So let's say this. What is the definition of a good woman? Of a good wife or a good woman at home? Because I asked the man, I said, so I said, so wait, you would do this on your girl at home? He said, let me tell you something. He said, and he's throwing these lines at me, thinking it was ridiculous. But anyway, listen. He said, let me tell you something. If a woman is at home doing everything she needs to do for her man, he's not gonna go cheat. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Okay. And here's the thing about that. I firmly believe men do not know what they want when they are looking for a woman. They don't know what type of woman, what quality of woman, what characteristics, what personality that they want their woman to 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 possess, to encompass. They don't know. Short of good freaky sex. That is it. That's the first thing that's on their minds. They don't know. They don't know. And so when he said, okay, so if I get caught up in her good sex, then I have to make a decision. Well, ladies, don't don't put that theory to test. Don't be like, I got the boom bam pow. Because he was like, the only way you could get caught up like that if she got that stuff that's biting. And I was like, what? That's biting. Grown men, y'all. Young women, there are good men out there, but let me tell you something. It gets crazy as they get older, okay? You think it wouldn't? I mean, but they're still out there playing. I had an old man tell me one time, I say, when do men stop looking at other women? He said, when we date. And this man was in his 80s. I'm like, I don't know if that's, encouraging. I'm kind of, you know, discouraged by that statement, right? So, so, so you mean to tell me the majority of men, they use the lie that she don't cook, she don't clean, she don't this, she don't that, but you married her. She don't do all this stuff, but you living with her. She don't do all this stuff, but that's your woman. Ladies, if y'all hear the man say, look, you know what, baby, look, if you tell him, you got a woman, but she don't do nothing. She keep the house dirty. She don't cook right. Walk away. Say, boy, bye. Because every man, that's the, Lord have mercy. That, I don't know. Where did that even come from? Somebody passed that on and said this was a good excuse. What? Well, I don't know. It might be because the women's still doing it. I don't understand. But anyway, so this is what I'm saying, ladies. You can't control men. No, you can only control yourself. This is true. All right. But if you're meeting someone, all right, let's take your time. Get to know who he is. And men, it's time for y'all to stop playing around with these women. Can 2021 be the year of honesty? Can 2021 be the year of responsibility? Can can 2021 be the year that men don't have to sleep with a woman before they know if they want to be in a serious relationship with her? I mean, I heard I didn't hear it. It was on Instagram, I think. And the young man said, he was somewhere in his early 30s. He said, I have to sleep with them before I decide if I'm going to be in a serious committed relationship with them because the sex got to be good. Don't you know that sexual compatibility is learned? It can be taught. And if you are having sex with someone, that you should be able to openly and freely express to that person that you're having sex with, hey, can you touch me like this? I like it when you touch me like that. Can you touch me here? Can you kiss me there? If you don't feel you can guide that person and let them know what you're feeling, you should never have been in the bed with that person. And then for a man to say that a woman needs to be experienced, do you know how many men she would have to be with to be that experienced? And is that what you want? And just because a woman is experienced in bed doesn't mean you're compatible. Because compatibility is on a sexual level, spiritual level, mental level, emotional level, intellectual level. The compa- all of that has to be compatible for the relationship to be a success, and the sexual one is last because that only lasts so long. G, but that's creating. Okay, so G Money is saying, let me see if I could put this on the screen. Uh, but that's creating expectations. Who wants to do that? I'm being facetious. Oh, you being facetious. Okay, so now I said a whole lot before I saw that. So you're gonna have to tell me what you was being facetious about actually, because I think mm, in being good in bed, yes, that is creating some difficult expectations. But get to know the person. You should want to, whether you man or woman, you should want to have your intellect stimulated before just your body. Because if that's all you got, you that's it. There's nothing else. There's no substance to the relationship. It's just sex. Now I understand that. Listen. I understand there's just sex for sex. I feel that. Dr. Troy doesn't teach that. I teach wait as long as you can and get to know the person. But every person is different. Their physiological makeup is different. You might be able to touch a woman on her shoulder and that arouses her. The next woman is like, why are you touching my shoulders? People don't want to create expectations because they may be disappointed. That's true. So if you are in a relationship, just because you know certain moves in the bedroom doesn't mean that that's going to translate from relationship to relationship. Every man is different. Every man is different. Every woman is different. So even for the men, one woman may be, follow with me, her rhythm may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm not trying to teach sex. I'm just trying to make a point. Then you may not like that, but then the next woman you date, her rhythm may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see, just sleeping with somebody to figure out if that's the person you want makes no sense because you still have to learn them. You have to learn them. And if you can't teach them, they're not for you anyway. Sexual compatibility can be learned, it can be taught. But you right, as a man, I have to be stimulated mentally first. Now that's me. Exactly, G Money Man. You know, I mean, listen, if a man takes his time to get to know the woman, he may find out she may be 12 fries short of a happy meal and realize he don't even want to sleep with her. Okay? But that's the same for the woman. Take your time because he may be, his elevator may not be going all the way up to the roof. And you need to know this, especially women, because 5 minutes could last 18 plus years. Okay, yeah, grab that in the spirit and in the natural. Okay, but I'm older and a little wiser. Right, right. Well, there's some older guys out here, they still playing around. But you know what? 2021 should be the year that men begin to say no. Women shouldn't have to say no all the time. Men should be able to say no, right? Men should be able to say no. Let's go slow. No, keep your clothes on, right? We can wait. No, baby, I want to get to know you better. No, let me make love. Let's make love. Let me make love to your mind. Make love to my mind. Make love to my intellect, right? No, I respect you. No, allow me to prove to you that I'm worthy of you to do this. You think LeBron or Kobe. Now, I know for sure that's a troll. So, anyway, I mean, men should be honoring women and say, hey, no, wait, you know what? We don't have to rush into that. Wait, hey, you got a little drunk, but I just laid you on the sofa and covered you up. You know what I'm saying? Let's be gentlemen, man. This is 2021. And on top of that, COVID is out there. He may as well be walking around with a three-piece suit on. COVID. I mean, so another example. Watching the court on the internet, the woman was messing around with the man's wife. But this is what the man said. The man said him and his best friend was hitting the woman. Now, who else was the husband sleeping with, and who else was the man's friend sleeping with? And the poor wife is standing there. She's just finding out a lot of information in the court. And you know what? What came to mind was disease. How many people was in this little circle of sex going around? If a man won't tell you he's married, do you think he's going to tell you how many women he's sleeping with? Won't happen. It won't happen. Ladies, get a handle on your flesh, because these men out here are not, they need to stop playing, but they need to stop playing, but they still out here playing. Yeah, they need to stop, but they're not. So, and it's sad that we have to bear that burden to make sure that we are safe. And let me start out. Let me say this. Not start out, let me say this. If a man is cheating on his wife, why you even want him? Why do you want him? What, you better than her? He married her. He's screwing you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This is a no judgment free zone. I ain't judging nobody. I just need the women to think about this. Think about it. Just think about it. Save yourself some heartache, some pain, eating ice cream. Save yourself some singing old songs and records, and I'm gonna bust your windshield and all that kind of stuff. Save yourself. But should you go through that, I'm at www.realloveandhappiness.com, and I am at Dr. Troy Dating 101 on all social media platforms. Okay. I am on YouTube, but I haven't set it up yet, y'all. Just so y'all just wait. I got a whole bunch of stuff I need to throw out there for you guys. But um follow me, subscribe to me, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. You don't want to miss it. All right, because Dr. Troy is here. I'm here for the women. I'm here to help you. You're going through a horrible breakup? Reach out to me. Go to my website, www.realloveandhappiness.com. All one word, all one word, realloveandhappiness.com. Okay, look around, get in touch with me, click on the links, put your name in, join my email list. And guys, that's it. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Thank you so much to my live viewers and my replay viewers coming on. Thank you to my Facebook viewers. I'm sorry y'all couldn't hear me yesterday, but I'm glad I worked it out and figured it out tonight. And definitely subscribe to this channel. because, and if you're watching me on Periscope, you know Periscope is shutting down in March, so that's why I'm transitioning over to this. Okay, so definitely follow me here and follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I will see you guys again. This is Dr. Troy, your relationship therapist and dating analyst, the only relationship therapist and dating analyst here on Haps and Instagram and Facebook. Saying as always, love yourself first. Always communicate in truth, especially with yourself. Because if you can't be truthful with yourself, you can't be truthful with anyone else. And always pursue your purpose. And I'll see y'all again real soon. Y'all stay blessed and have a good one. Good night.